So, I heard you finally decided to apply to a college acting program. Look, kudos to you. Did you research different programs yet? No? Oh, you have no idea where to start? Nah, that was me too. I get it. Listen, that's why I'm here. Let's talk. Yeah, come on. Look, I know firsthand just how overwhelming and exhausting researching college acting programs can be, especially if you don't come from an acting or theater background. So, to kind of hopefully ease your search, here are a few things you should take into consideration when doing your research. Now, before we move forward, I do want to clarify that I will be referring to BFA acting programs, or BFA alike acting programs, not BA or BS programs. So the difference is that a BA or a BS degree would be more generalized. So you might take classes in theater design, acting, a little bit of directing, a little bit of stage management. You'll get the whole gambit. Whereas in a BFA program, it's a lot more specific and specialized and focused on, in this case, acting. Now, one of the first questions you're gonna wanna ask yourself is, what do I want out of a college acting program? Now, if you were like me, I didn't know much about theater, the ins and outs of a college acting program, all of that stuff. I was just kind of like, I just want to learn whatever school is going to teach me, show me the way, and I'm there, right? But we can get a little bit more specific in figuring out what it is that we want our college acting training to look like. So one of the big things to consider is whether you want to go to a conservatory training program or a more traditional college training program. The difference is that a conservatory program, rather than requiring classes in a core curriculum of all subjects, a conservatory allows students to focus exclusively on acting. So you won't have to take a math class, you won't have to take, a social science class. Your sole focus throughout your training will be on acting. Whereas at a more traditional college, you might have to take a writing course or two, you might have to take a psychology class, maybe an environmental science class. You're gonna have other prerequisites that are way outside of your major, which would be acting. Now, conservatory programs typically have a smaller class size. So they usually try to keep the class size between, I would say about 7 to 12 students. Whereas at bigger universities and more traditional college programs, you might have bigger class sizes, unless you have a program that is conservatory style within a university, which was my school. Are you with me? I hope you still are. Hang in there. Conservatory acting programs, you're most likely gonna graduate with a certificate, whereas at a university or a traditional college acting program, you're probably gonna graduate with a BFA degree. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Certificate or the degree? Certificate, degree, certificate, degree, certificate, degree. Yes. Here are several important questions you should ask yourself when you're doing your research. 1, do I want a lot of performance experience? Yes, you're gonna be spending time in the classroom, learning how to use your breath and be more vocally present, and you'll be doing scene study classes and all of that. But are you gonna be able to perform in a full production of a play? And how often do those opportunities come along? 2, although the bulk of most college acting programs train you in stage acting, do you want to take on-camera acting courses, and does the school provide those courses? Do you want to be a movie star, darling? A TV star? What do you want? What do you want? Number 3, what kind of shows is this program putting on? So what's in their season? Are they mostly doing plays from, the 1700s? Are we doing Shakespeare, Greek theater, Jacobean theater, the classical stuff? Or do they also incorporate contemporary and modern plays? Plays from the last 10, 20 years? And even deeper than that, are they introducing playwrights of color to their students? Are they introducing female playwrights from the LGBTQ plus community? Are their shows diverse in all of those aspects? Another thing to consider. Now, if you're interested in an acting program at a university or traditional college, then you're gonna wanna think about what you want outside of the acting program. So, do you wanna go to a big school, a small school, a medium school, a schmedium school? Do you wanna go to a school that has a lot of clubs and extracurricular activities so that you can maybe do soccer on the weekends, or play volleyball, or join a feminist organization? What actual classes do they have outside of your major? So do you want to be able to take business classes? Do you want to be able to minor in business? Do you want to be able to minor in psychology? Do you want to be able to double major? Does your school allow that opportunity for you? What kind of resources does your school have? Do they have counseling, tutoring? Are there libraries? Are there spaces for you to practice your acting stuff? Number 4, super important, the staff and faculty. Is there anyone on the staff and faculty team that looks like me, that might have shared experiences as me, who will have my best interest at heart? Now, you can look up that information on the school's website. They usually have a list of who works there, so you can kind of see, look up their background, Google them, or you can go to Instagram or Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, and see if you can connect with former or current students of the program and ask them what their experience was like at the program and what's their experience with the staff. So when I was a high school senior applying to different college acting programs, some of the things that drew me to the school I eventually attended, Syracuse University, was the fact that they had a study abroad program in London where I'd be able to study acting at the Shakespeare Globe Theater. I loved the fact that I would get the opportunity to work on professional productions, regional theater productions, and equity productions. So I'd actually be able to work with professional actors and get equity points. I also love the fact that the class sizes were fairly small. It was a conservatory style program within the larger university. So they tried to keep the class sizes small, which means that I got more one-on-one attention. Or I loved the fact that I was able to take classes outside of my major. So I actually got a psychology minor while I was at Syracuse. So that was a big plus for me. That was a lot we just covered, so let's recap. When you're researching college acting programs, you'll want to consider, do I want to attend a conservatory program or a more traditional college acting program? Do I want performance experience? Do I want to train for the camera? Do any of the staff members look like me? Am I gonna be able to take classes outside my major? What kind of clubs does the school have? They have a lot of resources. What kind of shows are they putting on? I really hope that was helpful, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM Opening Act for All on Instagram or leave a comment on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe. Well, I have a challenge for you, so it's your turn. If you're feeling brave, tell us what your top school is and why, and tag @Opening Act for All. We'll send some positivity your way in hopes that you get accepted to your dream school.